Hello and welcome to another bonus episode for Utawarerumono Mask of Deception. This is going to be our 7th reading session of the Glossary, so let's dive right in. Because there's going to be quite a bit about Tuskur, I can imagine. But let's start off with a sharp-eyed man. I was just curious who I thought it was, and well, it was. But he stole Andrew's first place spot. Anyway. A sharp-eyed man Haku met in a tavern. He was accompanied by a pair of twin boys. At the beginning of the night's drinking, he obviously perceived Haku with animosity. But once made tipsy by the slightest indulgence in alcohol, he started to go on in praise of his only daughter, and then wept uncontrollably at the thought of her. His eccentric behavior ended with him crashing asleep onto the table. In the end, he was carried out by his two companions and left the tavern unconscious. Oh, I remember! One of the delegate members from Tuskur. She accompanies Mukuru. She's a girl with the body language of a small animal and a simple but slightly callous manner of speech. She reunited with Kuon after sneaking into the Korokakuin with Kamu, and made a big mess. To Kuon, she acts as an overprotective sister, but Kuon does love Aruru. But at the same time, she seems to prefer to steer clear of her. While talking with the group, Aruru casually revealed several of Kuon's childhood secrets and embarrassments, to her friends mortifying her. After enjoying the sightseeing in the imperial capital, she returned to her own country, wishing the best for Haku and Kuon. She has an elder sister named Aruru. Aruru personally raised her mount, Mukuru, and won the trust of Gachatara, a holy creature. That's the name of her McCune. Also, I'd love to see Aruru at some point. If we don't see her in this game, I hope we get to see her in Mascatruv. I would be all for that. But anyway, Bakoinante, let's just skim over a bit. I would probably start from the end battle bit. In battle, Bakoinante is in charge of military tactics, but he's ill-suited to it. In any situation, he gladly alters his own opinions to please his master, driving Maruro to despair when he accompanied them as their tactician. Eventually, Dekopompo's forces were taken by enemy ambush and were forced to retreat. Okay, Kamu. A Kaminage of Tuskuru. Kamu is a graceful beauty with huge black wings on her back. She visited Yamato as a member of the diplomatic delegates from Tuskuru. She wields strong magecraft, and she has the power to make herself invisible. In contrast with her mystic appearance, she is quite a friendly and easygoing person. When she snuck into the Korokakuin with Aruru, she was found by Haku sleeping on his bed with her belly exposed. Haku deemed her a disappointing beauty. When she reunited with Kuon, Kamu showed an overprotective sisterly side, and enjoyed sightseeing with the others in the imperial capital. Later, Kamu returned to her own country, wishing the best for Haku and Kuon. She's actually the sister of Ulfari, the princess of the Unkamiyamkai. In a war long past, amid an assault on the capital of a garrison state called Kunekamun, Kamu became the key catalyst of an approaching great calamity. I hope I didn't butcher those. I might have. Speaking of butchering, I'm just going to call this guy Gundi. Lest I butcher his name for the umpteenth time. An honorable female warrior of Uzurusha, and the daughter of Commander Zeguni. She was taken care of Shinonon, while the girl was a hostage of Uzurusha, but released her when Haku and friends came to rescue her. She tried to avenge her fallen father, but she was no match for Oshta. Soon after, her life was spared by Haku and Yakwalt, who were pursuing stragglers from Uzurusha. Ento had lost all her drive as a warrior. Her father's last words, urging her to pursue happiness as her own woman, lingered in her heart. Rightfully so. Gachatara! Yes, the McCube! Ahoy! A small creature covered in white fur, often seen accompanying Aruru. Gachatara is actually a holy creature called a McCube, known to bring its luck to its owner, and its intestine is believed to be the material for a potent panacea. McCumes are a rare and endangered species, hunted in the past with reckless abandon. Yeah, when your organs use for a panacea, I can imagine. Anyway, Gundi. What's new? I guess we'll just go, the rude part, maybe? He is rude, barbaric, and cruel. If his wrath is incurred, he will not hesitate even to kill a mere messenger from another nation. In battle, he only approves of frontal assault with a massive force, and favors slaughtering his enemies with his own hands. He is a cold-hearted warlord who does not hesitate to force captured foreign citizens to fight for his army as Naquan. Against Yamato, his forces briefly appeared superior, but were eventually defeated by the power of Oshito and the 8 Pillar Generals. His current fate is unknown. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if that's going to be a plot point. Maybe that'll get continued in Massacre. I'm not sure. Or maybe more will get unveiled here. Anyway, blah 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 blah. I think it's something to do with the battle. We'll just go with the however part. However, Maru himself often throws his money away because of his passion and taste for finer things. In order to remedy the situation, he's taken the offer to work as tactician under Dekapompo. In the first skirmish of the war against Uzurusha, Maru displayed his skill and cunning in military strategy, but it was all but invalidated by the incompetent command of Dekapompo and Bakoi Nanse, which resulted in their forces nearly being wiped out. He reunites with Haku and friends during their investigation of the ruins in Uzurusha, having been sent earlier as part of an advance team from Yamato, and joins them in exploring the ruins' interior. Mikazuchi, probably to do with the war. Yeah, that's the new stuff. Okay. In the war against Uzurusha, he provided backup to Dekapompo's forces when they were caught in a pincer maneuver and forced to retreat. Using the power of his Ukuruka, he turned the tide of the war. Mito, probably to do with Uzurusha again. Yep. After the conquest of Uzurusha, he requested that Haku investigate the ruins. Investigate, blah, found in a remote region of the foreign nation. Mukuru! Oh! A Mutikappa that accompanies Aruru, a huge tiger-like white beast that was raised by Aruru, leading to Mukuru loving her as a lover figure? What? I don't know where I got that. As a mother figure. In battle, Mukuru uses sharp claws and agile movement. Why is there movement there? It's movement. Typos! To support Aruru. Normally, however, Mukuru is quite calm and docile. Munto, a priest of the Onkami Yamukai, the constantly worrying chaperone of Ulfuri and Camu. Okay, oh, more about Oshito. I guess, yeah, it would probably be about Uzurusha again. In the war against Uzurusha, he accepted a challenge from the warrior Zeguni and defeated him flawlessly without using his powers as an Ukuru Turuka. After the battle, he praised Zeguni for his dauntless courage. Okay. Twin Boys. Twin boys Haku met in a tavern. They are attendants of the Sharp-Eyed Man and address him as their young master. They are visiting the imperial capital for a secret business trip. They joined Haku, who was drinking alone, and assumed responsibility for the evening's bill. They drank with moderation and appreciation, and they were tactful in conversation. They guided Haku to talk about Yamato and his life story. When the feast was over, they skillfully carried their drunk master out and disappeared into the night. Vurai, probably about the... Yep, war again. In the war with Uzurusha, he unleashed the power of his Ukuruka and turned into a flaming giant, slaughtering enemies and Naquans alike without mercy. Uzurusha again, probably. Yep. Okay, it's right there. During the war against Uzurusha, he did not go to the front line, reluctantly spending most of his time processing paperwork in his private quarters in the imperial capital. He was attacked by Uzurushan assassins while trying to fight off boredom by sketching the Yatana Warabe in scandalous attire. Oh my! However, he easily subdued the assassins in a matter of seconds and proceeded to interrogate them with the utmost politeness. Anyway, Zeguni. I don't think we've ever read about this guy before. No, because he pretty much... Yeah. His screen time was so short-lived. A commander of the forces of Uzurusha, a dauntless soldier and a valiant warrior, he has earned the deep trust of Gunde. Upon the retreat of his own forces, he challenged Oshta to duel in an attempt to buy some time for his king to escape. After an honorable battle, Zeguni was defeated. He died in the arms of his daughter, Entua. And that's it for people? Oh, new things about Orchid. Probably to do with the dog racing? Yeah, but it's so short and sweet that I may as well read the whole thing again. Similar to dogs and wolves, they travel in packs out in the wild. They can be domesticated and used as guard dogs or army dogs. Some dog races use orcas as racing animals. And then this is to do with... Yeah, we know about that one. After one had transformed from a human form to its familiar gelatinous shape in the ruins of Uzurusha, or in Uzurusha, it's not of, Haku managed to seal its movement by freezing it. Kuon speculates that their true identity is that of the Unvaitai Kayan. Wapta, probably to do with the Tuskuru ones, yeah. In Tuskuru, due to its warm climate, Waptas are covered by scales and appear more reptilian, as opposed to the feathered Waptas of Yamato. Oh, speaking of Tuskuru, an island located to the west of Yamato. It's a small island with a warm climate, known to some as the land where God sleeps. In order to build diplomatic relations with Yamato, emissaries of Tuskuru were sent to the imperial capital. Haku was given the duty to protect and watch over them. It seems as though Kuon may have some connections to this land. May! No, she does. There's no... Okay. I'm gonna assume it's about Gunde. Recently, the first king Gunde managed to unify various tribes together to form a cohesive nation. Afterwards, he took over nearby territories and declared war against Yamato in an attempt to seize control, but he was unable to complete his victory. Instead, war continued at the northern border. They attempted to invade Yamato again, this time with a new and improved army making heavy use of Nakwan. But due to the intervention of the 8 polar generals, Gunde's army was defeated, and the war ended. Afterwards, Yamato seized control, and Uzurusha's size and influence was drastically lessened. You know, I kinda don't want that guy to appear anymore. I don't even want to attempt to pronounce his name. I don't like him badly. Meh. Anyway, the ruins. The ruins found in Uzurusha after the nation's military defeat. By specific request of Mito, Haku was sent to research the ancient location. The ruins were untouched, and in the deepest part of the complex, they discovered some sort of coffin. As if Haku suddenly remembered something, he unthinkingly touched an apparatus on the wall, allowing the coffin to be opened. The person inside appeared to awaken, and in front of Haku and the others, the person turned into a Tatari. After Haku and his party escaped, the ruins were buried and carefully sealed off. Yamato! I guess we'll just read the whole thing? Yeah. A giant nation comprised of countless smaller countries. Each vassal country is governed by their Olu, or a head clan. The Mikado's rules over them all. Upon the invasion by the neighboring country Uzurusha, Yamato deployed armed forces led by the 8 polar generals, and successfully destroyed the invading army. Oh, more culture? Dog Race, a game where orcas run a lap on a circular track, and betas try to guess the winner. In older days, the event was called Inukurabe, roughly translated as dog competition. Well, yeah, because Inu means dog in Japanese. Anyway, Dog Race Arena. A public gambling hall in Yamato, where dog races are held. It is one of the biggest spectator races in scale, and watching the maximum of 18 orcas in a competition of speed makes for quite a spectacle. Proceeds go to the National Treasury and are used accordingly to fund public works. Anything else? Imperial Garden. The largest botanical garden in Yamato. Various plants from Yamato are collected for display here. It even has a greenhouse to display rare and hard to come by plants in the suburban area of the Imperial capital. Imperial Library. A library within the Imperial Cloister. It is said that its total inventory of books numbers over 1 million, including many valuable historical tomes. It is open to the public, but its text can only be read on the premises. Books cannot be checked out. Imperial Theatre. The largest theatre in the Imperial capital. Various performances grace its stage, and its audience seating is filled on a daily basis. During the run of a particularly popular show, it's not unusual to find that reversed and standing seats all sell out. Okay, Paradise. A primal paradise where people used to live in the past. Legend tells that the... Oh my gosh, I don't even remember how to pronounce that. I know that's something to do with Tuskur though. That Uzurusha expelled mortals from this paradise, and Nukiwi Sokami have given them starvation and suffering. I totally nailed it. Yep. Statue of Mikado. A statue of a middle-aged man found on the main street of the imperial capital. The statue is modeled after the likeness of the Mikado in his prime. Yamato. Legend says there was once an entity that could understand the feelings of various animals, including beasts and birds. She was even said to be able to directly communicate with the creatures. The term is now mostly used to describe someone who simply has a natural, but mundanely achieved talent for handling animals. Anything new in lifestyle? Oh, kusuyan. Made by dipping fish like mackerel into salt water, fermenting them and then drying them under the sun. It is prepared by lightly toasting the surface. It is known to be particularly pungent, so first-timers beware. Yeah, probably not something for me. Oh gosh, that's a mouthful! Samanya Fusube. The legendary mushroom that appears in Kamyu's story, Mushroom Harvesting with Kuchan. Supposedly it works well as a remedy for bedwetting. Off the record, the one of the bedwetting problems was apparently Kuon. You just had to throw that in there, didn't you? T. Wow, T-Lore. Oh my gosh! Okay. Well, politics about tea. I know there's someone that would love all this tea lore. Anyway, tea is much loved by the people of this world, and many varieties can be found in each country and region. Oh, well, yeah, much like the real world, innit? In Yamato, tea leaves are boiled first. From there, heated milk, sugar, salt, and spices can be mixed in. Sugar is usually expensive in this world, but will not be spared for the sake of optimal tea enjoyment. Oh my gosh. Ordinary citizens typically use a more affordable brown sugar, though honey is often used when entertaining honored guests. In Tuskur, on the other hand, green tea is more common. One can obtain green tea in certain areas of Yamato as well, but owing to the people of Yamato favoring a sweeter flavor compared to the bitterness of green tea, and the relative difficulty in maintaining quality and preserving it, it remains a rarity only used by nobles when entertaining guests. For more information, wow, advertisement much, see Ruatie's tea, finest Shiozu tea, and Nagira tea leaves. Okay. Imperial Seal. A small box Ururu and Saran are revealed at the Uzurusha ruins. It is bound by a string and is adorned with a gold leaf design. On the lid, there is an engraved seal that signifies the bearer as having been granted certain authority by the Mikado. Merely showing it to the guards was enough to gain permission to explore ancient ruins. The box's contents are unknown. The mouthful Maximus, okay? Uisun al Nemetia, the name of both the central religion of Tuskuru and its god. It is a huge cultural part of the people's lives, and from birth to death, all rituals are performed in the name of Uisu al Nemetia. I have no clue if I actually got it right. Why am I looking at a tutorial? There's nothing new here. No. Okay. Right. We're free. Gosh, why was there a wall that takes about tea? I thought, where's the coffee? I mean, we got tater lore, there's fries, there's tea. We're missing the other caffeine beverage. Why did I affiliate chips with that? I don't know. But anyway, folks, thank y'all for watching this bonus episode of Utawarerumono, Mask of Deception, and I'll see y'all next time. Ta-ta for now.